everyone, Nikki here with the Truck Boss Show. Today we're joined by our friend Steve Kane, who is president of Rolling Strong. Hi, Steve. Thanks for joining us today.
Hello, Nikki. Hello, everybody. Thanks for having me on.
Steve, how would you recommend truckers incorporate fitness, getting out and moving their body around and just getting active while they're out on the road? When would you recommend they do this, like at their stops, or just what's your advice?
Yeah, so I love that question because most drivers to hear that are just going to be like, yeah, when is it that I'm supposed to actually get out and,
Right.
exercise while on the road? And I get it. I've spent many years on the road. It's not easy to do. But when you're doing your pre-trip, when you're doing an inter-trip inspection, a post-trip inspection, that is an opportunity to get some exercise. And our program or our focus isn't always about just the cardiovascular part of the exercise, but because drivers are sedentary for most of their day, most of their career, their joints and low back and muscles and tendons are very, very tight and they're very susceptible to injury. As a matter of fact, drivers are twice as likely to get injured on the job as compared to the general American workforce. So even when you're doing a pre-trip inspection, as you walk around the truck, the way you bend down, the way you crouch down, the way you get under the truck to check your slack adjusters, the way you pull your fifth wheel crank your landing gear, pull your hood, or even get in and out of the truck, doing that in proper form, and maybe doing it a few extra times on each one of those checkpoints. So if you're squatting down, keeping your shoulders aligned over your hips, keeping your back straight, and really using your legs to squat down and come back up is great for form and posture. Posture while driving a truck is very typical that drivers develop what's called forward head, forward shoulder, so they're slouched, and that's a condition that causes other injuries. So for the kind of corporation side of this, worker comp is a big issue for the individual as they grow older. That bad alignment of the spine and that forward head, forward shoulder, and all those tight joints and stuff make them susceptible to injury and can make things really difficult, as they get older. So, just kind of, being focused on some of those just movement exercises, functional fitness, doing some squats. And when you're done with your pre-trip or post-trip inspection, walking around the truck 6, 7, 8, 9 extra times. It doesn't take that long to do it, but at least it'll get your heart rate up. And if you incorporate doing some of those squats and some of those bending movements while you're doing that, it's fantastic. And if you do it
Absolutely.
3 times a day like you're supposed to with your inspections, you've just gotten yourself a couple miles of walking in and some other great functional movement. And there are cab workouts that you can do, and there's trailer exercises you can do. And really walking is always a great opportunity. So don't be afraid to ask other people at the truck stop, ask the truck stops themselves, or use the Rolling Strong app to find walking trails, hiking trails, and exercise facilities nearby, especially
Right.
your 34-hour reset when you're stuck in Kalamazoo or wherever. That's a great opportunity to get yourself some extra fitness in.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Steve, for your expertise on that, and hope you guys heed his warning about getting out there and just getting your body moving and doing what's best for your health and wellness. So,
Yeah.
thanks again, Steve, and that's it for this Truck Boss Show.